What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Roy's back now, guys. Did you think that Volt was out for the count? Did you think that Voltichange was just a fluke? How could you? Guys, things are just getting started, and as you can see right in front of me, Voltichange is not only live, but has already been actively burning and buying back into Volt because the green walls below have been further proof of it. Not to mention that even though we fell down in price because of all the people that chose to sell the news, which is, this is not the project for that, so they played themselves, we still never regained that zero. And here we are already retracing back into the 14 zone, climbing back to 100 million market cap. But wait, there's more. Now, before I begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell for me, please. And thank you, guys. Volt is continuing to blow beyond logic. Let's go and circle over here. Voltichange.net. Now, I would show you guys, but I don't have my information on the computer. However, there is a video showing you guys how it is. And yes, I myself have tried Voltichange and it worked. From the day it came out, it worked so flawlessly, guys. And now if you're looking over here on the screen at how good they've done it, they've done dark mode and light mode as well. It works like butter. An auto slippage setting, and also make sure to set that compatibility mode on, and the timing, I've been told, is even quicker. Now, guys, what happened to the initial Voltichange website that came out, and why did they have to go to a new domain? Well, guys, what we've heard is that over 400,000 wallets were trying to connect on the server. Thus, it had an overload. You know, it could not keep up with the amount of traction it was gaining that quickly. Now, I know that caught everybody by surprise because we all knew that Voltichange was going to be a successful phenomena. However, I'm sure a lot of us did not anticipate that it would be that successful, considering that we are still in very shaky times in the markets where there's a lot of fear going on all throughout the entire space, whether it's stable coins, DeFi, you name it, there's fear in it. However, with Voltichange, it seemed to just not been an issue. So in fact, they have switched to Voltichange.net, and I do know that they plan on merging together. Right over here, Voltoshi says, due to the Voltage traffic you brought, the Voltichange website had to be switched to a new domain as it was the fastest way to increase its capacity. Voltichange.net is the new one. Now, what I do, guys, I bookmark it in my decentralized browser. That's just my own thing right there, so that way it's rocking and rolling when we need it to be. You have to use Voltichange to increase your Volt bag, and Voltoshi adds saying we will connect both domains as soon as they get the allowance to do so. Let's come back over to the chart, guys. We got big news piling up on the 25th. That is right, guys. My guy Pablo Crow back at it with the Voltage stream on Black Friday at around noon Eastern time frame. At least that's what it showed on my YouTube side. Black Friday bullish. It's going to be epic. 2013 to 18 just got vaulted. What could this be, guys? You see hashtag the FIFA World Cup. You see on the thumbnail there's multiple tier 1 exchanges surrounding Volt. Now, what could this be? Could this be the announcement of one of the tier 1 listings that we know we are going to be getting, especially before the year is up? Because like I said, guys, Voltichange, that's where everybody arrived to the building, right? So everyone's getting acquainted. However, the party starts when the tier 1s start rolling in. Why? Because now we have our product, baby. And not only that, but it is a working product, and it is a product that is helping all of DeFi, not just Volt, all of DeFi. And circling back to the green walls, if you look carefully, you can see a lot of people, when they buy, a small percentage of what they buy from the same wallet gets bought back to Volt. So you can see that 0.25% that Voltichange has. It has been working instantaneously, guys. Like, okay, hang on. The only issue was that it was so much volume than was anticipated that they had to switch domains. Which, when you look at it, is that really an issue, or is that just extra bullish, right? Everything in terms of the functionality of Voltichange did not let no one down. From the minute it rolled out, which was in fact at 11:11 a.m. from West Coast time frame, I believe, because for me it was 2:11 p.m. it rolled out. Not a minute early, not a minute late, and everything worked flawlessly. people were immediately able to begin trading like nothing, and you were able to search up any coin that you wanted and swap. And on top of that, guys, you can also switch from ETH to BNB, which is something that's super new, because instead of the hassle of having to go through PancakeSwap and things that, I mean, I haven't even figured out the whole PancakeSwap stuff yet. That's why I only buy ETH tokens. But now it's good to know that on Voltichange, doesn't matter what side it is, you can trade. And even for those that want to have an additional bag of Volt, you can also use Voltichange to your advantage in building a BNB bag. So you can enjoy the best of both pumps from ETH side and the BNB side. Voltichange alone just existing is already helping to stabilize our liquidity. Hence as to why we regained floor so strong and started reversing, because it just does not stop. When a series of people start to buy in, that 0.25% starts adding up very quickly, also depending upon the amount of how much somebody bought in with. And also, if you look over here, there is a Burn Volt Inu page on Twitter that shows you transaction by transaction the amount of burns being done on Volt. So right over here in the past hour, we gained 8 new holders, holding us now at 55,000 holders, and another $300 of Volt has been burnt. But there's been more burns, guys. We had some big burns over here, $2,400, and this is also just earlier today being burned from initial supply. And if you look up, even with the small buys coming in, there are still certain amounts of Volt being burned. So guys, it's just a crazy concoction that Voltoshi has created, and I believe that this is going to be a true renegade in the DeFi space, and we are witnessing history at its finest in its pioneer stages, guys, climbing back up to 100 million market cap, while ETH can't even regain itself back to $1,200. That is just something that's mind-blowing, because all I can think is what's gonna happen to this chart when ETH not even goes back to all-time highs. Just ETH going back to 1,600. What's this chart gonna look like? If ETH happens to touch 2,000, let's say like close to year end, what's this chart gonna look like, guys? Especially with all these new tokens that are launching. Just imagine them just simply trading on Voltichange. It's still going to be in their wallet. It's nothing crazy that they have to do. It's simply just another DEX for them to use. And they are assisting their own tokens of whatever they're buying in, whether it's a degen play, whether it's a play that they want to hold midterm to long term. They are assisting by trading on Voltichange and burning those tokens off the supply. And it's helping the Volt army, because that's just buying back and burning our bags of Volt as well, guys. Such a super detailed plan that they came up with. And that's not it, guys, because that's just right now we just have the swap out. The limit orders still have yet to come as well, right? The pairing still has yet to come out as well. This is just phase 1 of Voltichange. This is not the end all be all, guys. November was going to have its share of news. December was going to have its own share of news, and January also has its own share of news, guys. And let's not forget that we are still awaiting for that NASDAQ interview to go live. We have not been voted publicly yet in the Wall Street realm, and now that we have our utility out and working efficiently, where there's proof in the pudding, guys, I think it's a sure shot from here. Just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce, and like I always say, I will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.